Paul Klee talked about drawing consisting of an active line, moving freely, going for a walk. I love that idea. And switching that over to a musical perspective, you could say that rhythm is an active note or sound that somehow moves. Now think about this. Rhythm is the backbone of music. It makes what we say intelligible. Importantly, it encourages us to keep listening. But who says that it has to be always about a destination? So if we go back to walking, the equivalent might be you're moving, you have purpose, you have energy, and you have drive, but you can perhaps decide what the arrival point is later on. Just take off, get walking, and see where you end up. So despite not necessarily having a fixed goal in mind, it's still really important that we practice and learn how to keep a solid beat, keep in time, have good rhythm. This is essential. And the best way to practice that is to walk on the spot, gently, not stomping, but just moving, keeping in time, and counting along as you do it. So I'm going to start doing that and join in, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. I'm saying 1 because that gives us a little bit of punctuation, something to head for so that we don't speed up while we're going along. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Gark is a game of sixteenths. Why 16? Well, this particular game has 4 beats in the bar, and each beat is divided into 4. So that makes 16. They're semiquavers, or sixteenths. To help you hear them in your head, I will put a groove on in the background, a 16th groove, and part of the Gark exercise is pretending to be a funk section horn player, all right? So the Gark has got a lot of weight, it's got a lot of definition, and it's got a lot of punch. You'll hear in a minute. So what you'll see on the screen is each one of these 16 particles will be represented by a rectangle. However, certain ones will be shown in a different color. They're the ones you need to nail, okay? They're the ones you need to sing. And it's sort of like reading rhythmic music here, but more like some are switched on and some are switched off, okay? You'll get the idea. I'll play 6 different patterns and 4 repetitions on each, okay? So join in and have fun with Gark, 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 do Gark, do Gark, do Gark, do Gark, 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 Fadu Gark, Fadu Gark, Fadu Gark, Fadu Gark, Fadu Gark, Gark, Fadu Gark, Gark, Fadu Gark, Gark, Fadu Gark, Gark. Imagine a massive building. In that building is one huge machine. The machine consists of hundreds of different components, and each of those has a unique sound. And these are quite old-fashioned sounds. They're whistles and rattles and hisses of gas and steam and clunky chains and conveyor belts and all sorts of things. I don't know what this machine does. It's been running for decades. It runs all through the day and all through the night. There's no on-off switch. It just goes. All right, so we're going to do that now. We're going to make all the different sounds and build this machine ourselves. So sound-wise, what I'd like you to do is come up with a simple repeating pattern with the voice, with clicks, with whistles, with taps and finger snaps, whatever you'd like to contribute. Keep it simple and keep it moving. Now we're going to do another version of that machine, and in this one the sound that you make is going to gradually change. So what's important when changing a motif or a repeating pattern is that you don't change everything, because then it becomes something else. We need to just change little bits of it. So keep the main distinguishing features of what you did, keep them there, and then alter it and bend it and twist it a little bit. So perhaps add an extra sound, an extra related sound, or subtract one of the sounds, or make it a little bit faster or slower, higher or lower. Simple change. And this pattern then evolves over time. We recognize it as belonging to the earlier version, but it has somehow changed as we listen. In music, officially, you could refer to this as motivic development, and it's really important in all sorts of styles of music because it gives a piece unity. We hear something and we think, oh yeah, that's related to what I heard before. That's sort of the same, but it's different. And it keeps us engaged, it keeps us listening. final exercise you can do to practice staying in time is to copy the clock itself. And our arm can be the second hand. So if you have a helper, you can get them to count you in and even check your progress against the timer. And what we're going to do is just move in seconds and see how accurate you can stay. Okay, so here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.